Hello everybody, how's it going? It's me, Crendor, and welcome back to Crendor Talks in front of a shitty green screen. Today, I've got some Winter Beasts of Chaos behind me on the shitty green screen, and it's because I want to talk about theming your armies. So obviously, when you build your army, whatever it is, doesn't matter if it's 40k, whether it's Sigmar, whether it's Blood Bowl, whether it's something not even Warhammer Games Workshop related, right? Or it could be Lord of the Rings or D&D, right? A lot of times you want to have some sort of theme to your army. Now, not always. Some people are just like, I'm just going to paint what I want to paint, right? And that's fine. You know, this is essentially an artistic hobby. You can do whatever you want, right? You can take your miniatures and like throw Picasso paint style. I don't even know what I just said. You can paint like Picasso. You just like throw paint splatters all over, right? Whatever. But most of the time, it is fun to kind of do a theme. So when I first got started, you know, I just kind of did, you know, paint how it looks on the box, right? I had my like Saurus warriors and I was like, I want to paint them like how they look on the box, right? And then the more I kind of painted and got used to painting, got better at painting, I was like, well, you know, I'm going to start looking at what other people are painting. And I'd see other people painting stuff like the Maw Crusher that I painted. I was like, dude, I want to paint this Maw Crusher in like a really fun way. And so I was looking around online, and then I would look at other people's Maw Crushers, and I'm like, oh, that's the one I want to paint. I want to paint that one, right? So I would like kind of look at other people's stuff and kind of take what I liked from that and do it my own way. And then I started thinking like, well, now I have to like base these models. And obviously if you base it a certain way, it's going to look better in different environments. Like, you know, if you put a lizard man in the jungle, it's going to look different than if you put a lizard man in some 40k space gravel territory, or you put him in a swamp, or you put him in a snowstorm, a snowy area, right? Whatever it is, he's going to be different. He's going to feel different based on where he is. As you can see behind me, you've got the goats in the snow. Now, if these goats were in the jungle, like instantaneously your mind is like, okay, these goats are like walking through the jungle. Like it paints a picture in your mind, you know what I mean? And when they're in the snow, it's like, oh, they're trekking through the snow. It's cold outside. He's like, wah, you know? And I think that's what's so cool about theming an army. That's kind of the whole point I'm getting to behind my rambling that I just did, is that basing and theming helps create the story of the miniature. And a lot of times, if you haven't based stuff, which I'm extremely guilty of, and I need to do it, it feels like it isn't complete. You know what I mean? And it doesn't paint that full picture. And I think when you have a full army that is themed and based a certain way, it kind of tells a story, and it creates a really cool way to just, you know, envision things. And so what I did was my orcs now have this kind of South America, not like South America, but like New Mexico, kind of Adobe Desert, Arizona, you know, that type of desert theme. And so I really like that for a lot of my orcs. And so I did that with my Maw Crusher. I thought it looked cool. I've done it with some of my other orcs. And then when I did my lizard man, I was like, you know what, just grass, swamp. I was just kind of like anything green I really liked. And then ever since I got Beasts of Chaos, I was like, I want to do like snowy winter themed Beasts of Chaos, because I think the normal ones look cool, right? They're just like goats in a field or the open plains, and they're, you know, brown goats being like, bruh, and they're chopping shit up. But for some reason, I always thought snowy Beasts of Chaos was cool. And so I started looking into winter themed Beasts of Chaos, and this is one of the things I found. And I thought this was like a perfect example because not only do you have like the snowy base, like they're walking through a forest covered in snow, or he's like stepping on a rock, but the color schemes I think really kind of capture what I'm trying to do, which is, you know, you're not just painting like brown goats in the snow, you're kind of painting winter themed goats in the snow, right? So like they're gonna be very bluish colors, bluish gray, you know, bluish white. You can see like they have the gray skin, they got the white fur, they got the blue eyes, and then browns, a lot of browns, like on the wrist straps, on the, you know, the little satchels, and even, you know, the the axe, you know, it's a very kind of dulled down, kind of gray-brown axe. And there's like brass armor, little rusted on the side, but you know, I think it's cool, right? And so obviously they've been in this environment, so they're gonna be impacted by it. And I think it's just, it's really fun to even challenge yourself this way, you know, say like, you know what, I'm gonna paint this army I have and I'm gonna do it based on this theme, right? Whether it's a season like winter, fall, spring, summer, right? Yeah, I mean, Sylvaneth is like perfect for this. There's plenty of stuff out there. But it's just, it's a fun challenge, and I think it's fun to do. So, the main reason I brought this up is I've been trying to do it a little bit. Now, it's not as good as this. I'm gonna show it off a little bit here. Because obviously the new Beast of Chaos Battletome is coming out, right? And I was like, dude, this is like perfect for what I've wanted. I've always wanted to do Snowy Beast of Chaos, and now the Battletome's coming out sometime in the winter, right? It said winter, so I mean, probably, you know, maybe probably early January if I had to guess, or sometime in January. So I was like, I did Hot Rat Summer, and now we could have Cold Goat Winter. Like, it all lines up. So let me go ahead and swap this over real quick. Hold on. Here we go. And then let's see if I do this. Nope, that's Beast of Chaos. Window capture. Okay, there we are. Let me turn the microphone over here. Whoop. All right. So, I gotta walk over here. So, let me show you my Snowy Beast of Chaos first. Let me push these out of the way. So this is one guy I've been working on. I was trying to experiment a bit, and he's almost like a White Walker goat, to be honest. I did the Pilar Glacier, and I think it looks pretty cool, but I think I need to paint more of him, you know what I mean? I don't want him to be like a White Walker goat. Although maybe having White Walker gores would be kind of neat. But I'm still working on everything. But I think once he's complete, I might even go over him again with another like really thinned down layer of Pilar Glacier to kind of blend everything together, you know what I mean? And it's nice because these are gores and ungore, or there's ungores, gores, and bestigores. So I mean, if you mess up a gore, who cares? It's a gore. There's like 40 more to paint. You know what I mean? So that's one guy I've been working on. But the big thing I've been trying to work on is my herd stone. And I'm still kind of like figuring out what I want to do, because I painted the stone part here. This is kind of breaking off. I got to glue that in. And then obviously I got the chains. I got the wooden things, which I have to, you know, I've only base coated a lot of these things. And then, you know, this is stone, and then I dry brushed over it with like a white blue dry brushed derp. And then I did the fire inside. Look at that. I'm actually pretty happy with that fire, but I don't want to mess it up because I want to take a shade and I want to blend it all together so the skulls and the fire all kind of feel like they're one. But I don't know what shade color to use, because I have like, here's Tyran blue, you know what I mean? This looks like, it might be a little too blue. I might have to like test it on something else. Maybe paint like a test model the same color and see how it looks. Because I mean, otherwise, I'm sure I could do what I just said, what I was going to do the other thing, and just take Pilar Glacier and like thin it down again. I don't even know if it has to be thinned down. It's already a pretty thin paint, and just put it over that. So that's probably what I'm going to do for this. But I've been wanting to paint this herdstone for so long, and I just haven't done it. And now I finally started because of the winter themed Beast of Chaos. And so I don't know what I'm going to paint this yet. I think I might do like a really grayish blue. Like maybe this, like a rust gray, I think would look really good. So you can see right here. I think that's a cool color. So I don't want it to be too blue, but I don't want it to be like really gray. So like it's a nice in-between, and then you can dry brush over it too, and it'll look pretty good. And then I kind of want all these little markings to glow like a blue as well. Almost like a neon type of blue. So I don't know what I'd use for that. Maybe like I don't know, what do I have? Frostheart's actually pretty good. This one, that looks like you can probably make it into a pretty bright neon blue color. But we'll see. I could also make it glow green, but it seems a little weird, like glowing green in the winter. But I guess it could be magical, but blue just seems like it would make more sense. So that's kind of what I'm up to. I also tried painting this Gorgon. I painted this guy a bit before I decided to do winter themed Beast of Chaos, and I also decided to try and use, what did I use for his skin? Goleman flesh. I used Goleman flesh on his skin, and it just looks like he has a skin disease, you know? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He just looks weird. Like his skin almost looks like he's a turkey that you like you glazed in the oven, and you like keep putting glaze on the turkey. When you take it out, like that's what his skin looks like. It looks like a cooked turkey leg or something. But I don't know if I care enough to like go back and like paint over all his skin. I might, I don't know. I do have another Cygor, so I mean I'm probably just gonna paint that other Cygor a winter themed Cygor. But for now, I mean, you know, yeah, the rock looks cool. I do like the rock up top. I think that looks neat. And then aside from that, I don't know, he's okay. But if I need a Cygor on if the new book has Cygors that are really good, you know, I have a Cygor that's ready to go and at least somewhat painted, so that's neat. I was also working on my Carnosaur. I painted this whole dinosaur and him, the guy, but I didn't do like the shield and all the little things, so I went ahead and kind of just painted up a lot of the little details that I didn't do in the past. So I think it came out pretty good. I like him. Good guy. I do need to base this though. So like obviously I colored this brown, so I'm gonna go ahead and probably just put a bunch of grass and stuff down there, or rocks, or I don't know what I'll do. Probably just grass, but that's kind of just what I've been working on. So thought I'd show that off. Let's go back over here now. Sorry if this sounds terrible. And okay. And we're back. Okay, so moral of this video is tell me what type of themes you think are really cool and that you've based your army off of, right? I mean, it could just be standard stuff, but let me know, because I love hearing ideas. It always inspires me. Like, have you done, seasonal themes like winter, summer, etc.? Have you done like, even lore themed stuff? Tell me how you've themed your armies, or why not you've themed your armies the way they are. And I don't know, I think it'd be really cool to see. So comment down below and let me know what you've done. So thanks for listening and watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Okay. See ya.